Lockdown. When will lockdown be reviewed? Lockdown has been implemented in England again, in what is the country's third national shutdown throughout the course of the COVID-19 pandemic, and as with all lockdowns, the system will be up for review. But when will lockdown be reviewed? The lockdown implemented in England came in place of the 4-tier system that was here before after health experts warned the levels weren't stringent enough to control the virus. The new rules were announced by Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Monday, January 6, and were enshrined in law 2 days later ahead of a House of Commons vote. Under the new measures, people have been asked to stay at home and only leave for certain specific reasons, including for exercise and to shop for essentials. Mr. Johnson said the middle of February was a tentative date for measures to start being eased across England. Speaking to MPs in the House of Commons last week, the Prime Minister explained the emergence from lockdown would be gradual. During his televised address to the nation, the Prime Minister said, "By the middle of February, if things go well and with a fair wind in our sails, we expect to have offered the first vaccine dose to everyone in the 4 top priority groups identified by the Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunization." Mr. Johnson added that we should remain cautious about the timetable ahead, but stressed there was light at the end of the tunnel if the vaccination program is administered as planned and the death rate falls. He said, "Then I hope we can steadily move out of lockdown, reopening schools after the February half-term and starting, cautiously, to move regions down the tiers." Cabinet Office Minister Michael Gove, however, set the timeline a bit further away, saying the lockdown is likely to start ending in March. Mr. Gove said, "What we will be doing is everything that we can to make sure that as many people as possible are vaccinated so that we can begin to progressively lift restrictions. I think it is right to say that, as we enter March, we should be able to lift some of these restrictions, but not necessarily all." When will lockdown be reviewed? The Prime Minister confirmed that the lockdown rules would be reviewed on a regular basis, every 2 weeks. This follows suit from the 4-tier system previously in place, which was subject to review every other Wednesday. Given the lockdown rules were enshrined into law on Wednesday, January 6, it would seem the first mandatory review will occur on Wednesday, January 20. After this date, the next review is expected on Wednesday, February 3.